we're here with another video because, like I said, when I say it's grind season, I mean it's grind season. There ain't no stopping. But today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the most reasonable and the most likely path for the Saints to reach the Super Bowl if we do. So if the Saints win the Super Bowl, I see it going this way, okay? So right now, the 1st through 4th seed is New Orleans, the Rams, the Bears, and the Dallas Cowboys. The Saints are 12-2, the Rams are 11-3, the Bears are 10-4, and the Cowboys are 8-6. Now, how the playoffs works is there's the 1st seed and the 2nd seed. They get a first round bye during the wild card week if you didn't know this. So that means that the 6th and 3rd seed play each other and the 5th and 4th seed play each other. Now, right now, the Vikings are the 6th seed and the Seahawks are the 5th seed. So going into this prediction, I wanted to change things up a little bit, but not too much. So for the 6th seed, I see the Vikings getting taken out and replaced with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are playing with a chip on their shoulder. They just beat the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, with Nick Foles playing how he is, I don't want to not put the Eagles in the playoffs, and the Vikings are mediocre at best. Kirk Cousins literally sat there and wasted $80 million because he's garbage. He's like -5 and $15 billion against teams that are over 500. So the fact that the Vikings were stupid enough to waste that much money on Kirk Cousins makes me laugh. So 6th versus 3rd seed is going to be Eagles at Bears, and 5th versus 4th seed is going to be Hawks at Cowboys. Now, these games I see going very one-dimensional. Okay, they're both going to be defensive ball games, and they're both going to have the higher seed win, just from the fact that the higher seed is the better team. The Bears are better than the Eagles, and the Cowboys are better than the Seahawks. The Cowboys' defense is too much for the Seahawks to handle, and the Seahawks' defense is good. But, I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, get him going at home. I see the Cowboys winning 14-7 in a defensive slugfest. And I see the Bears beating the Eagles 21-14. The Eagles will put up a fight, but their offense just is not enough without Carson Wentz and everybody else healthy with their makeshift, practice squad secondary to stop and, score points against the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are a deadly team in these playoffs. Mitchell Trubisky, he's not bad. Jesus Christ, bro, I can't go a video without. As I was saying, Mitchell Trubisky is the weak link and the defense is the strong suit. But as long as Mitchell Trubisky, he doesn't have to win them games, but as long as he isn't the one losing the games for them, they will be fine. Their defense is extremely good, talented, and you should fear Chicago regardless of where you're playing, period. So the second round, this is when the 1st and 2nd seed get involved. The 1st seed will play the lowest seed to advance, and the 2nd seed will play the highest seed to advance. So it's two teams, two games going on the 2nd round. The 1st round is the wild card round. The 2nd round is the divisional round. The divisional round will feature the 1st versus 4th seed and the 2nd versus 3rd seed. In other words, the Saints will be playing the Cowboys in New Orleans, and the Bears will be playing in Los Angeles. Now, this is where I see things taking a turn for the best when it comes to the playoff play of the Bears and the Saints. The Saints and Bears are two dominant teams that rank over anybody in this playoff contention, and I'm telling you that right now. They're the most balanced, well-rounded teams in the NFL, period. I don't want to hear it. Unless you go to the AFC side and you talk about the Chargers or the Texans a little bit, the Chiefs are not well balanced. They have a 50-point offense with a defense that can allow 50 right back. They're not good. The Chiefs are not good. The Chiefs are not. If they go to the Super Bowl, they're not winning it, and that's how I feel. I don't feel like the Chiefs have enough firepower on the defensive side of the ball to win a championship. The Saints in the past 6 weeks have had the #1 defense in the NFL. They're 1st in rushing, 3rd in passing, 3rd in sacks, and 1st in, I think it was, passes defended. The defense has been balling out of its mind. So I see the Saints beating the Cowboys 31-10 on our home turf. We're going to be looking for revenge after getting screwed over earlier this season. The Saints will be going out slinging. It is the playoffs in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, assuming we win the 1st seed. It's 12. We're 12-2 right now. I'm assuming we're gonna win. We're gonna get 1st seed. I should have calculated what I'm going to calculate what I think the team's records will be when the season ends. I see the #1 seed being the New Orleans Saints at 13-3. Number 2 seed, the Los Angeles Rams at 13-3. Remember, we hold the tiebreaker over them. Number 3, the Bears at 12-4, and number 4, the Dallas Cowboys at 9-7. So, yeah, after we beat the Cowboys, the Bears will beat the Rams 21-3. Yes, 21-3 in Los Angeles. You can sit here and argue all day that Jared Goff is a good quarterback and that their offense is good and that Todd Gurley is the best running back in the NFL, but I just don't see it that way. I'm sorry to say, Rams fans, I just do not see it that way. Okay? The last couple weeks, their offense has been struggling. You can sit here and say, yeah, ours has been struggling too. But the difference between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams is that we have a defense to back our team up when our offense isn't playing well. Does Los Angeles have that? No, they don't, which is why they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, which is why they lost to the Bears. They don't have a defense to back them up when their offense is having trouble, and that is my biggest weak point with the LA Rams, and that is the reason I don't feel like they're going to go deep into the playoffs. They just don't have. They have Aaron Donald. They have Aqib Talib. Marcus Peters sucks. You know, a bunch of other no names on their squad. Ndamukong Suh has 3 sacks on the year. I don't feel like the Rams are capable of going the distance. I'm sorry, I just don't think they're going to. Jesus Christ! Now, the NFC Championship game. This is going to be a hard-fought slugfest between the Saints and Bears, and if this actually happens, I will be forever happy because this is a rematch I would love to see. The Saints versus Bears. I see the Saints topping the Bears in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome 24-21. I feel like the Saints will play a disgusting and ugly game as they've been playing for the last couple of weeks. I feel like they'll rally in the third quarter, down 14-7, score 10 unanswered points, and then allow 7. And we will win this game 24-21 on our home turf. It'll be a close one. The Bears will put up a good fight. The Bears have a lot of promise. I just want this to be our year. The Bears can make runs any other year, man. Just not this one. Come on, Chicago. Come on. Now, the Super Bowl. I didn't write a score for this one because I'm not going to go that deep into it. I'm just going to let you know who I think is going to win. Not who I think is going to win the Super Bowl, but the Saints' most likely path if they do win the Super Bowl. So after the Saints defeat the Bears 24-21 in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, they move on in Atlanta to play the champion of the AFC, the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, I said it. The Los Angeles Chargers. Not the Kansas City Chiefs. Not the Houston Texans. The Los Angeles Chargers. After what we've been seeing, after they've come together and Phillip Rivers has been playing out of his mind, MVP candidate, mind you, the defense has been balling out there in Los Angeles. They are the better Los Angeles team, and they will go farther than the Rams because of the defensive side of the ball. They can lock up a team just as good as anyone else can. Their defense is middle of the pack, but it is just enough to push them over the hump. Kansas City doesn't have that. I'll be the first one to say it. Kansas City does not have the luxury of a defense to bail them out of offensive situations. They don't have a defense that they can put on the field up 3 with 30 seconds left and expect to win the game. They don't have that. They don't. The Chiefs do not have enough defensive firepower to make it deep into the playoffs. They just don't. Just like the Rams, man. They don't have a defense they can put out there with 1 minute left, 3 timeouts, up 3 points, and expect to win the game for them. That will be the difference maker. Saints versus Chargers. This will be the best game of the season. Forget Rams versus Chiefs. That was just a bunch of BS touchdown passes. This will be a well-balanced, well-rounded battle until the end of the game, and they will not stop until the clock hits 0. If I were to pick a score for this game, I say the Saints win 31-28 off of a game-winning field goal. This will be a game that Drew Brees will have a chip on his shoulder. He will have a chip on his shoulder every time he plays the Chargers, ever. After what happened with his injury and them so quickly moving on with him and replacing him with Phillip Rivers, he would love to prove to the Chargers that it was a mistake. He would love to win a Super Bowl against them. He would love to make them feel dumb for picking Phillip Rivers over him. And if this Super Bowl matchup happens, you best believe Drew Brees will play the best game of his NFL career. You best believe that. Seriously. I'm not sitting here and sucking his meat because he's a Saints player. I'm sitting here and I'm being real with y'all. If Drew Brees, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in NFL history, has to play the team that passed up on him because he messed up his shoulder, that's a GG, son. He's not losing that game. That's just how I feel about it. And Atlanta is basically our house. We play there every year. Atlanta, if we go to the Super Bowl, we have an automatic home field advantage. So I just wanted to, thank y'all for watching this video that I'm pumping out like a steroid user when it comes to lifting weights. I told y'all I'm going to grind, and I'm not going to let y'all down. Videos will be coming out every other day, every day. Whatever day I have a video ready, I don't go to work, that's when a video will be coming up. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. And, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed me jinxing the Saints Super Bowl odds. Goodbye.